that bad things come in threes? Apparently so do discussion boards. Welcome to Discussion Board 3, Discuss with a Vengeance. I'm Russ Rolls. Give me liberty or give me death. Many school-age children recognize this line as belonging to Patrick Henry, revolutionary statesman and first colonial governor of Virginia. These words were spoken by Henry in historic St. John's Church in Richmond, Virginia. In March 1775, delegates from around the Commonwealth met at the then called Henrico Parish Church to determine what course of action the Virginia colony should take against an aggressive British influence. It was during the fourth day of this convention that Patrick Henry delivered his immortal words. Following this convention, the delegates voted narrowly to organize and arm a Virginia militia. Less than a month later, the shot heard around the world that Lexington would be fired. Today, St. John's Church maintains many connections to this famous event and its champion, Patrick Henry. According to the organization's website, public reenactments are presented by professional actors on 6 occasions throughout the year. The website features 3 private field trip possibilities, including Liberty or Death reenactment, Meet Patrick Henry, and Patrick Henry, the Revolution, and Liberty or Death, a historian-led interpretation of Henry's most influential speech. The church has done much to preserve the original look and feel of the 18th century atmosphere. In addition to reenactments, the church contains an old graveyard with numerous colonial grave sites. The church offers the public an Adopt a Grave program in which individuals can donate money to preserve individual gravestones at the cemetery, which have fallen into disrepair over the centuries. I am a history teacher, and as a teacher, would I consider taking my class to St. John's Church? And the answer is most definitely yes. The reenactments present a world that is radically different from what our students see today. During the 18th century, America was just being born. There was no high-speed networks of communication or transportation. Politics was very visceral, extemporaneous, and in your face. And Patrick Henry's speech certainly exemplifies this. Our country has been built on Patrick Henry's ideas, and this presentation would certainly help my students to make this connection. So, what is the public history contribution of St. John's Church fall short? Well, it seems that the scope of history that the church covers is somewhat myopic. Obviously, everything seems to focus on the contribution of Patrick Henry and his famous speech delivered at that church. And the church itself does have a fascinating history. On its burial grounds is George Wythe, the first Virginia signer of the Declaration of Independence. It was also used as a base of operations for the traitor Benedict Arnold during his Richmond raid. And according to the book Historic Churches and Synagogues of Richmond by Walter S. Griggs Jr. and Robert Diller, the church was nearly abandoned and replaced in 1807, but you wouldn't be able to find this fact or anything about Benedict Arnold on the church's actual website. Only details about Patrick Henry. Also, if you are planning to attend a reenactment, it might be best to catch one of the public reenactments, since a private showing of Liberty or Death will cost you around $1,000, and I'm not sure that most teachers have that petty cash lying around. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm Russ Rolls.